An honest day's work. That's a phrase you don't often hear anymore. Far more common nowadays are others like I deserve or I'm entitled to. And that, in my opinion, is a problem. Young adults today walk into the working world expecting employers to treat them as parents treat their children. If raises, promotions, and pats on the head don't come quickly or frequently enough, many will begin to screech about discrimination or unjust labor practices. When a person's worldview is shaped only by their subjective feelings and desires, their ability to work as part of a cohesive group is greatly compromised. This is harmful, firstly, to the individual, because who really wants to work with someone that only considers themselves, but also to the productivity of their employer and therefore to society at large. It may be true that in a perfect world, everyone would get exactly the job they dream of and only have to work as much or as little as they wish. Unfortunately, it's also true that if wishes and dreams were strawberries and cream, we'd all be diabetic. Jokes aside, it begs the question, where does this attitude of entitlement begin? My best guess would be that it springs from a combination of misguided parenting and a flawed education system. A side effect of the social isolation caused by my disability is that I've become quite a people watcher, and it seems to me that too many young parents would rather be their kids' friends than take on the difficult and challenging role of authoritative guardian. When I was growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, if you misbehaved at school to a degree that warranted a meeting between your teacher and your parents, you very quickly remembered your proper place in the social hierarchy. I've since learned from friends who work in education today that it is now quite the opposite. Teachers are afraid to enforce the required level of discipline because doing so might incur the wrath of people who have convinced themselves that their offspring are flawless angels who can do no wrong. These pitiful, maladjusted creatures then carry this mentality with them into institutions of tertiary education, where they run the risk of being made even more useless by bitter professors who will likely tell them that capitalism is a creation of the devil and that the very concept of meritocracy is a tool of oppression. Given all this, is it any wonder how frequently we see students burning down buildings or overturning cars instead of conversing in lecture halls to broaden their minds? So, in these troubled times, what are we to do? Well, if future generations are to have any hope at all of avoiding a Marxist apocalypse, parents must once again lead by example and take an active role in teaching them the value of hard work, generosity, and sacrifice. Your children are not your friends. They are your responsibility.
That's that.
That's all for this video, folks. If you enjoy my work, then please consider supporting me via PayPal. Even the smallest amount would be greatly appreciated. If that's not possible, liking and sharing this video would help me out a lot too. For now, farewell.